Hello everyone, I'm Brian and welcome back. Let's go ahead and get started.
So that is why the power of attention is the secret of success. आप किसी भी
She ain't wrong.
सक्सेसफुल पर्सन के लाइफ में देखो. There is a book called 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. Stephen Covey. I don't know how many of you have read it. You will see any successful person has this capacity for unmoving attention. जो उसका मकसद है, जो उसको हासिल करना है, वहाँ पर he is absolutely committed. He doesn't move from there. So unless that state is manufactured, generated, maintained continuously, you will lose this capacity after a few years. इसी उम्र में करना है, आपको पता है? योग, you have to do it within 30 years, they say.
It's interesting, when she says that, what is it? A lot of, at least in the U.S., there's a lot of people who complain about the rich, the 1% of the 1%. But I'm wondering if these people have, in a sense, access to this type of focus, but they just don't know it. Kind of like how I'm sure a lot of us do a lot of things that are very much of doing certain things of yoga, devotion, or focus. I don't know what kind of yoga that's called, but different kinds of yogas, but we just don't know. It's just we either instinctually do it, it's because it's something that is within us and that we've done. This could be a potentiality of proof off in terms of past lives, how we tend to focus on something and then in our next lives we have this. Or I don't believe in reincarnation, but it's just something, but still just something that's within us that we do, that we somehow focus on, or something that's, again, I just kind of explain. You look at, again, top 1% of 1% people who are extremely successful CEOs who just have this drive to do something. You have these people who have this drive and focus to do something, whether it become CEO or just peacekeepers or whatever it may be. And this is probably something that they're doing and they just don't know that they're doing.
The higher reaches of yoga, because they are only showing you the highest reaches of your own consciousness. Let me tell you one more thing. With age, this capacity goes. इसलिए इस उम्र में if you miss it, you have missed it for life. Are you seeing the seriousness of it? Only in this age you can do it. After this age, it will ripen if you have manufactured it correctly. Otherwise, it's difficult. So practice now is important. This is part and parcel of your entire study process. Better attention, better study. It's not another thing. Or a course, a credit के लिए करना है. Don't have such silly ideas. It's part and parcel of studies. जितना attention manufacture करोगे, उतनी अच्छी पढ़ाई होगी. Now, next what I'm going to teach you is the actual process of Patanjali Yoga.
I'm wondering, whenever she said that now, like, really at a young age is only when you can do it. But then I think of, again, all these successful people, Bill Gates, Steve Jobs, or whatever. I don't know if all of them are anything like that, but well, when you're younger, you have all this energy, you can have this focus, and perhaps a lot of them really focus on this success and kind of sacrifice a lot of things in their life because it requires a lot of focus to become successful, and there's no guarantee that you'll succeed, but at least with this you would give yourself a chance to succeed. Doing nothing, you absolutely guarantee yourself failure, but at least doing something, you give yourself a chance to succeed. And and it makes sense that whenever all these successful people, they probably did this when they're young. They push themselves really hard to be greatly successful that way, and later on in their life, they'll let that success carry on and you don't have to try so hard anymore.
the states of dharana, dhyan and samadhi. सुना है ना इसके बारे में? Do you want to know in detail about it? Then only I will do it. Otherwise I won't do it.
By the way, I did read the comments from the last video. Hanan, I guess, isn't it? I think I guessed it correctly, but I just use a different word like, isn't it so, or is that right? Like asking a question to kind of confirm, or not to confirm, but to just say, let them know that like it's right, isn't it?
You must know in detail about it. ये क्या चीज़ है? The highest reaches of your own mind and of your attention. This is what they are going to tell you. And by that, इसको actually कहते हैं samyama, which means dharana, dhyan and samadhi on a single object. एक बार आपको इसके संबंध में आइडिया भी आ जाए, you will know what you are capable of. And then you will understand ये जो donkey mind है और monkey mind है, how silly it is to live like that. आप खुद ही उस तरफ नहीं जाओगे, बोलने की ज़रूरत नहीं पड़ेगी. Don't distract yourself, pay attention, ये सब बोलने की ज़रूरत नहीं पड़ेगी. Once you understand this, the science of yoga is actually telling you every mind can do this. ये कोई special capacity नहीं है. What is special is the sanskars should be special. इस तरह के संस्कार होने चाहिए कि ये जो साइंस है वो इम्पॉर्टेंट लगता है. एंड देन एनी माइंड कैन डू इट. हमारे लाइफ में वी आर ऑर्डिनरी पीपल. इन आवर लाइफ एटलीस्ट वी मस्ट प्रैक्टिस इन सच अ वे वी आर एबल टू जनरेट द स्टेट विच विल गिव अस whatever we want in life. योगियों जैसे ध्यान में बैठ के रहना, that may not be our intention, but the state of mind required for the highest attention, for meditation, that you must be able to manufacture. Otherwise you are missing life, I am telling you. This distracted state is no life. जितना mind distracted होगा उतना you are wasting vital energy. In the concentrated states of higher awareness, you will understand the meaning and beauty of life. See, जो अभी आपके अंदर एनर्जी है ना, वाइटल एनर्जी, उसको अगर डबल कर दें, आपको कैसे लगेगा? All the more alive, all the more aware, double of life experience you will get, isn't it? In fact, you are trying to do that through the senses, but उससे नहीं होता है. Very sorry. You are trying to increase life by more sense exposure, more sense titillation. But उसके द्वारा नहीं होता है, वो होता है if you double the level of your vital energy, you will have a better, double the experience of life. Far more vitality. So this is only possible through yoga. तो इसीलिए तो आपको सिखा रहे हैं how to enhance life. Not how to run away from life. योग उसके बारे में नहीं है. How to enhance life. You enhance your life energy, you will become more alive in mind, more vitality, greater attention, bigger chunk of life you will have. So this is what this science entirely is about. You must remember this, whoever has practiced yoga in the right way has found not just concentration and focus, वो तो आपको मिलेगा ही, but they have found deeper happiness in life. वो क्यों? How are they related? इतना जबरदस्त concentration लगाया, how does it make me automatically more happy?
Because you're able to focus.
Awareness and happiness are related. There is a equation. Happiness is an exponential function of your awareness. The more aware you are from within, more clarity will be in the mind, so higher will be your degree of happiness.
So awareness within. I'm wondering, like, I hope she explains it next, but I'm assuming my thoughts came to just in a sense being aware of everything going on in your life. And it may seem external, but all of it's in your mind. Like, oh, I gotta do this. I have to do that tomorrow. I have work to do. I have to go clean the yard. I have to go cut the grass. I have to go clean the car. All in your mind, even though it exists externally, you can't do nothing about it now, but it's all in your mind. But if you can have awareness of the things that you have to do and aware of when you can do it, to me this is how I, well, perhaps to some degree, like understand that you have to do these things and understand when you can do them. And then when you can kind of put everything in line in your life, things becomes easier. A lot of people don't think about the things that they have to do in life, again, in the material realm or transactional reality. It's just, they don't think about when they can do it. They just say, oh, I gotta do this and this and this and this, and like, oh man, I'm overwhelmed. But when they just sit there, focus, and look at things, when they can do it, no stress. It's like, oh yeah, I can do it at these times, perfect, no problem. But a lot of people are bad at time management. I'm wondering if she's talking along those lines where because you have focus on what you need to do, you know when you can do those things, that there's less stress in life, therefore you're much happier.
And more cluttered the mind, lesser the awareness, the lesser the happiness. Is this true?
I do wonder why she says cluttered mind, less awareness. I wonder if it's one of those words like Sadhguru uses, like dimensions. It took me a little bit to understand what Sadhguru means by dimensions. And I'm wondering if awareness is used in a little bit of a different term, because cluttered mind, reduced awareness. I'm guessing because your mind is so, like I guess like I was saying just a little bit ago, where there's so many things going on that you can't focus, you can't see clearly where things can go and make things so much clearer for you. So your awareness of where things can go is just very cluttered and cloudy.
Yog ke dwara, this same state is being enhanced tremendously. The state of uncluttered, clarified awareness. So you see, it is not some supernatural state. आपके awareness कोई clarify कर रहे हैं. आपके mind कोई declutter कर रहे हैं. So don't attribute it to some supernatural element. ये जो miracle mongering ये सब होता है ना योग के नाम में, वो सब आप छोड़ दो. Occultism, all sorts of practices, miracle mongering, ये सब छोड़ दो. Vivekananda's Raj Yoga is a purely scientific discipline. It's a science. साइंस का मतलब क्या है? मैं करूंगी तो भी मुझे मिलेगा, आप करोगे तो भी आपको मिलेगा. It is available to everyone if they do it correctly. And it is available anywhere because it's a universal law of life. You do it in America also, you should get it. You do it in Himalaya also, you should get it. You should do it correctly. ये चीज़ है. So the magic of yoga is, it is the science of your consciousness. It is showing you the highest reaches of human consciousness. Explore it like that. And don't go into any other kind of occultism regarding yoga. Only as a science हम लोग उसको study करेंगे. It is a science. I told you, Vivekananda said it is the rationale of all your practices and worship and all that. It is the reason behind whatever you are practicing. In fact, you know, योग के माध्यम से the amount of research that has gone on what yoga results in finally, it is tremendous. It's not just about building focus and attention. It will give you such an amount of joy, happiness and stability in life that you आप देखते ही रह जाओगे कि how this is happening. It is only because your mind has been brought into a very stable state. Awareness has become dominant. Thought process has, see, thought can be of various kinds, isn't it? If thought recedes, your awareness is dominant and perpetual. You are assured of happiness. Then whether there is anger, hatred, worry, whatever cause for whatever, you will remain in a very balanced state. So this is the beauty of yoga when it is practiced. And how it is related to happiness, I told you, the more the awareness in your system, the greater the happiness. This is not synthetic joy. Synthetic joy, you need this object to be happy, that person to be happy. That is synthetic joy. This yoga is original joy. Awareness का pure joy है वो. तो चीज ही अलग है. अगर आप miss out कर लो, then your discrimination will be only very limited between two small lines, pleasure and non-pleasure. That's all. Such a small idea of happiness you will have. There's a huge range of happiness available to you. एक टॉक है लैडर ऑफ हैप्पीनेस. आपका होमवर्क है, आपको उसको देखना है. इट इज ऑल्सो IIT टॉक. लैडर ऑफ हैप्पीनेस NRCV के चैनल पे है. सो इट विल टेल यू there is a range of happiness available to you only if your awareness comes to the forefront. If you lead a stupid donkey life, वो नहीं होगा. Then your only joy will be वो कोको कोला मिला या नहीं, आइसक्रीम मिला या नहीं, टीवी पे ये देखने को मिला या नहीं, addictions. This will be your only level of joy. You become addicted only when you don't have real joy in life. Then you fall for pleasure. You know that? True? See, everything I am telling you is true. When you don't have real joy in life, you will fall for pleasure and addictions. So,
I mean, she ain't lying about that one. I mean, a lot of people who have big issues in their life, they tend to turn to drugs because it gives them a temporary joy, but also makes them kind of forget about the issues that they have going on in their life. Only when they come out of that drug induced state that they realize they have less time to fix the problem. It's like it's just I don't understand that, especially people who drink or who do hard drugs. You could say that it's like, oh man, I gotta fix this project, and I only have 16 hours to do it, and they start drinking. They sleep for 8 hours, and they wake up with a hangover and realize they only have 6 hours to do their thing now instead of 16. I don't get it.
अपने आप को उठाना है इस स्टेट से. That's the message of Bhagavad Gita. Uddhared atmana atmanam. You lift yourself by yourself from all these states in order to get the real taste of life, where you are not dependent on people and objects to keep you happy. Isn't it a wonderful thing? मुझे कोई नहीं चाहिए मुझे सुखी रखने के लिए. It's a wonderful thing to say. I am happy by myself. So this is only possible if awareness comes to the forefront, thought recedes, and attention is built to this level. So that is why I am telling you, everything in your life is related to yoga. If that is missing, yoga is missing, life is missing. Life is missing. Just gathering 100 thoughts and concepts and connections is not enough. That is not called learning. That is vritti jnana. That is important for survival, to earn money, to work in this world, very important. But for your happiness, your balance, your stability, you require this knowledge, self-knowledge. So that is why now we will plunge into the heart of this, what is called samyama in yoga, which is actually understanding the states of dharana, dhyan and samadhi. But precondition is very huge for this. So वो मुझे बोलना ही है, क्योंकि in classical yoga ना ऐसे ही इसको नहीं देते. You have to satisfy those conditions. So precondition क्या है? लंबा पाथ है. It's called अष्टांग योग. अष्टांग योग के एंड में आपको ध्यान, धारणा, ध्यान एंड समाधि मिलेगी. So अष्टांग योग क्या है? It starts with yam and niyam. Fundamental disciplines for a good life. यही कह रहे हैं वो. So I will go into this a little more when we actually, I wanted to do this in your guided meditation class, that you get a good conception of this entire thing, yam and niyam. लेकिन मुझे पता नहीं अब वो क्लास कब हो रहा है, I really don't know, because we are short of time just now. So I will just give you some basic ideas about these disciplines, and then we will go into the main thing.
I will say, I like the fact that it reminds me a little bit of my family, where they speak English, and then somewhere in the middle of the sentence, it goes straight to the other language. And then sometimes you hear the other language with English words in it. It's kind of funny. And in my mind, whenever I hear the languages that I know, I hear it all in English for some odd reason, and I understand it that way. It's really weird. I don't know if you guys do that. Like if you hear I guess English words, does it translate to your native language, or do you hear like a different language and it translates in your head as in English? Let me know. To me, everything seems to translate to English. Like I understand it in English. It's weird.
So you see, yam kya hai? They are social observances or ethical disciplines actually. उसको उन्होंने Patanjali has classified them under ahimsa. Ahimsa is non-violence. A non-violent attitude of mind is important. आपको इस level of attention manufacture करने के लिए, मैंने कहा ना, अगर हिटलर अंदर बैठा हो, no use building attention. Better you remain distracted so that you won't cause so much havoc at least. So ahimsa should be a fundamental trait for the yogi. फिर satya, truthful. See, if you are not truthful in speech, in thought, you will not reach the truth. It is so simple. क्योंकि वही mind तो reach करने वाला है. If that mind is giving out false output, how will it touch the truth? So satya, very important discipline. The third discipline is brahmacharya. See, don't get frightened by this. The whole point is vital energy को एक level पे रखना है. That is brahmacharya, which means you keep your vitality in your hands. You don't give it in the hands of other people. So a certain amount of purity in life. This is actually the essence of social disciplines, social observances, that there is self-control in the person. Fir asteya, which is a non-stealing, non-covetousness, non-stealing, not asking for others' possessions, no greed basically. And then aparigraha, which is non-expectation of gifts from others, because it compromises your energy, vitality. So these are some of the observances of yama. Then it is niyam. Niyama means shaucha, which is purity again of body and mind. Then santosha, these are all personal observances, please see. Santosha is contentment of mind. Then you have tapas, austerity, a spirit of योग करने के लिए थोड़ा you must be very willful about it. नहीं तो नहीं, अभी समय नहीं है, और मम्मी ने कहा ये करो, IIT में पढ़ रहे हैं, कहा, if all these excuses if you have, फिर नहीं हो सकता. So थोड़ा ये तपस्या का spirit होना चाहिए, है ना? Obviously. फिर संतोष तो मैंने बोला आपको, a feeling of inner contentment is required for the practice of yoga. फिर स्वाध्याय है, which means you must study scriptures a bit. कोई स्टडी करते, भगवद गीता आप स्टडी करते हो कभी? आप करते हो, okay, good. Some of you are doing it. So what will happen is your mind will be raised to a particular level by doing that. कुछ अच्छी चीजें मन में आएंगी अपने आप. So swadhyaya is important, and Ishwar pranidhan, which means you take refuge in God. You believe in a supreme power which will help you in this path. So all these are helpful. These are fundamental practices for before you start all this samyama, So ये चीजें they should be inbuilt in us. This is the fundamental requirement. उसके बाद है आसन. आसन means the ability to sit. मैंने पहले ही कह दिया 2 घंटे बैठना पड़ेगा. If you are prepared, come for the course. and you must be able to sit still. आप still नहीं बैठ रहे हो. You must develop the capacity of remaining still. You know why? Initially that will still your mind also. If you practice stillness of body, stillness of mind will come naturally. If the body itself is very restless, mind will become restless. So asana is that comfortable position where you can maintain stillness for long periods of time. वो पद्मासन भी हो सकता है, दूसरा कोई आसन भी हो सकता है, आप चेयर पर भी बैठ सकते हो, लेकिन स्टिलनेस इज क्वाइटनेस इज अवेयरनेस. यू विल बिकम नेचुरली कॉन्शियस. इसलिए आसन बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है. ये मैंने खुद ही देखा है. यू नो, एनीवेयर वी सिट, इफ यू सिट एब्सोल्युटली स्टिल बट फुली कॉन्शियस, स्टिल का मतलब नहीं है कि आप थोड़ा ऐसा नहीं, fully still and fully conscious if you sit, you will reach these states naturally. Then pranayam. Pranayam तो आपको सिखाएंगे. When we have the guided meditation, I will teach you the simplest form of 2 pranayams. One is for yoga practice, one is for your general health, physical and mental health. Anulom Vilom I will teach you, and Bhramari Pranayam I will teach you. And then we have the practice of pratyahar, which means you withdraw your mind from other things in order to concentrate on one thing. थोड़ा ये भी practice करो. See, just now here in this room, if you are thinking अब अगला क्लास वहाँ है और फिर मुझे वहाँ जाना है, फिर कैंटीन में कुछ लेना है, क्या खाऊं आज कैंटीन में, if this is going on, आप कैसे अब संयमा तक कैसे आओगे? So stopping this, एक ही withdrawing your mind from other things and concentrating, bringing it to concentrate on one object. So this pratyahar till here, it should be a practice for you to enter into dharana and then dhyan and then samadhi. तो ये जो 5 चीजें हैं, यम, नियम, आसन, प्राणायाम एंड प्रत्याहार, दिस शुड बी पार्ट एंड पार्सल ऑफ लाइफ. ये कोई फिलॉसफी नहीं है फिर से, दिस पार्ट ऑफ लाइफ. अगर ये लाइफ में हो, देन इजीली यू कैन अटेन टू दिस लेवल ऑफ अटेंशन एंड कॉन्सेंट्रेशन. सो आफ्टर दिस ओनली बिगिन्स द 3 states of धारणा, ध्यान एंड समाधि. दीज आर वेरी पावरफुल स्टेट्स. आपको पता नहीं है, इवन जस्ट धारणा, नॉट टू स्पीक ऑफ समाधि एंड ऑल दैट, सिर्फ धारणा अगर हो जाए मन में किसी एक ऑब्जेक्ट के ऊपर, you will generate tremendous power in your system. Just dharana. And if you come to dhyan, if it actually you are getting absorbed in the object in a deep way and you have become fully aware, that's a tremendous state to attain. Or samadhi to, it is complete absorption in the object. So these are all spectacular states of very deepened awareness and absolute attention. Even a bit of this will give you tremendous power in your personality. It will give you the focus you require for success. It will make you a real man. Otherwise वो फालतू चीज़ें तो है ही, distracting and running after this and running after that, वो तो है ही जीवन में. लेकिन थोड़ा इसका प्रैक्टिस will make you something, you know, you will stand apart from the crowd. यही होता है इससे. It is through योग that most people have realized Vedant. You must understand this. योग शब्द उपनिषद में भी आता है. वेदांत जो ज्ञान हमको देता है, हमें बताता है, it is about the nature of your being, the self. It is possible through this yoga, mechanism of yoga. So that is why this is actually the purpose of yoga, is that transcendental knowledge, the knowledge of the self. But it puts out so many positive effects in our life that you can use them in your journey in life. So that's why we are studying it. So before I enter samyama, I want to tell you that the satisfaction of these few principles assures your entry into samyama. And without this, you will falter there. Many people don't succeed in योग. योग का मतलब वो सिर्फ आसन नहीं है, वो चक्रासन और ये आसन और वो आसन, वो सब फिजिकल जो है एक्सरसाइजेस जो वो बोलते हैं, इट इज ओनली मेंट टू स्टेबिलाइज योर बॉडी एंड टू हील सर्टेन थिंग्स इन योर बॉडी.
It's getting a little bit more difficult to understand what you're saying. She keeps flip-flopping between the two languages. I wish that it was either all in, I guess, I'm assuming Hindi or English. That way, at least I can understand most of it. Or does what like Swami Sarvarpiyananda does whenever he speaks. He usually translate what he speaks in Hindi. But then, obviously, you know, she's in the Indian school, so to understand both English and Hindi language. Again, assuming it's Hindi. If only I understood Hindi. But I don't think I can learn another language anymore. I'm already losing the other languages that I know because I don't really use them anymore.
But the yoga which we are going to talk about, the Raj Yoga, the principles of mind management and attention, this is the real yoga. These are the higher reaches of yoga where your awareness itself is being brought into complete fruition, into complete manifestation. So, isko hone ke liye, for this to happen in the system, you must be established in this. ये precondition है योग के लिए. I can't proceed without that. इसलिए at least when you are taking this course, be very concentrated about these things. And actually when we do the practical, you will practice some of these things. एक चीज़ है, you must always remember, those who take up this path, they are taking it up with very clear discretion or discrimination. मैं योग क्यों कर रहा हूँ उनको पता है, ऐसे वैसे ही नहीं लेते हैं. आपने ये कोर्स ऐसे वैसे ही लिया? हाँ नहीं, किसी ने कहा अच्छा होगा इसलिए लिया, या क्यों लिया? हाँ, वेरी गुड. राजयोग प्रैक्टिस करने के लिए, बिकॉज आई वॉन्ट समथिंग ऑफ दिस नॉलेज, बिकॉज इट इज साइंस ऑफ माई ओन लाइफ. इफ आई नो वॉट इज हैपनिंग ऑन जुपिटर एंड Saturn and what is Voyager doing, but I don't know what is happening in my own system. What is the point? हाँ, मेरे मन में क्या हो रहा है, उस मन को कैसे कंट्रोल करना है, इसके बारे में ही कोई आइडिया नहीं है. और वो कॉजर्स क्या कर रहे हैं उसके बारे में सब आइडियाज हैं. What is the point of this, I am asking you. So learn to manage your system first. अपने आप में स्टेबिलाइज हो जाओ, then you go on your exploratory road. The infinite ocean of knowledge will be open before you, because you will not have silly distractions and your vitality will be beaming. मैं कहती हूँ ना, present vital energy will get doubled. So how will be your experience of life? अब अभी जितना enthusiasm है, जितना adrenaline release हो रहा है in all your excitement of life, if that gets doubled, that is what yoga does. Your vitality just mounts. So इसीलिए, but ये preconditions you should remember. हाँ, नहीं तो सिर्फ theory हो जाएगा. If you don't follow some of these moral disciplines and if you don't understand the value of pratyahar and all this, ये theory हो जाएगा आपके लिए. It will not happen in the system. So take care of this, and I will proceed to the next slide.
I will say what she's saying there is absolutely true. I mean, and something that Sadhguru also preaches the fact that, you know, the joke that he says is like, what is it? No one reads this instruction manual. You know, when you're born, you don't read the instruction manual how to do your body. Everyone's always so focused on the exterior, they never read the instruction manual for the body. You know, the most important thing to you is your body. You know, you got to make sure you have absolute control over it, that we can kind of function in society a lot better. Although he doesn't say that, but he does say the fact that, you know, no one reads the instructions to their own body. Very true. And what she's saying there is that, you know, first focus inwards before going outwards. And I guess the sad truth of the matter is that I don't know of any class that teaches this in at least the US. I mean, maybe philosophy, but that's it's not taught. That's not the same though. Western philosophy, I haven't really delved too much into Western philosophy. I've did a little bit, but not as much as I'm doing now with Eastern philosophy with these videos.
Oh, time is up already. Time is already up. I'll just take 2 minutes. देखिए यहाँ इस स्लाइड में I'll come to this slide again tomorrow, so don't worry. धारणा, ध्यान and samadhi have been put into one slide just for you to comparatively study the 3 states. इतना इजी नहीं है इनको समझना, बट कंपैरेटिवली उनको समझने के लिए ऐसे दिया गया है. एंड आई एम यूजिंग अ पर्टिकुलर पैराडाइम. आई मेडिटेटिंग ऑन एन ऑब्जेक्ट, से द ऑब्जेक्ट इज ओम. सो धारणा किसको कहते हैं, उसमें ध्यान किसको कहते हैं एंड समाधि किसको कहते हैं. This we will be studying. We will take it up tomorrow. Don't worry, I will come back to the same slide and show you many more slides so that you get a thorough knowledge of योग क्या कह रहा है आपको. We'll stop here because time is up.
Okay. Well, that's actually the end of the video, so I don't know where the second one is, but I will have to move on to a different person, and perhaps get to her again later on in a video of me talking now. So basically, I hope you notice that there's been kind of like a rotation. Towards the end of all my gurus and swamis that I regularly watch will be any requests that has been that are not quite fitting into these other gurus and swamis, like new ones and whatnot. But of course, I do have to ask their permission first and foremost, and so sometimes even though you ask, it might take a while for me to be able to do the reaction to those, just because again they haven't replied back. So I give them maybe a month about. So if this is a new person that I've never asked before, I have to ask them, give them about a month to reply back. If not, then I test the waters. So I may react to the video, put it out there, and see if there's it doesn't get blocked or anything like that. And then if it's claimed by the right people, like them, then I'll let it go through. But there's been 2 groups of, I guess they're called MCNs or something like that, multi-channel networks, that just claim Sadhguru videos and 3M. Right now I've done reaction to 3M videos, but I've not released it because they're copyrighted. They're claimed by a MCN network. I don't know if 3M allows that, so I'm just it's not out. No one can see it until I can either find that 3M permitted them to do that. If they did, then I'll let it through. If not, I need to find the proof that 3M allows other content user, a lot of other YouTube people to use this content, so I can get that removed. I just don't want them gathering, because it's like they get Sadhgurus and a few others, and I had to fight them on that because they're just claiming it, because Sadhguru allows everyone to use it. So anyways, if you put a new one, it's going to be towards the end of all my people that I would normally watch. And if you put a request in for Sadhguru, Lakhani, or Swami Sarvapriyananda, it goes in line with their videos, and there's already a lot of requests for those regular people, so you might not see yours for a little bit, just because again there's a lot of people's made a lot of requests. I need to slow down the requests because there's still a lot of videos, and then any new ones will be tacked on at the end of them. When I do that whole list, I go to the end and I go back again to the start. So yeah, anyways, that's it. That's the reaction of Science of Focus. If you like my content, please consider subscribing. Thumbs up, thumbs down below. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next vid.